Hi guys and welcome to Drive Spark. I'm Promeet and today we are back in Bangalore and we are driving the all-new Kia Seltos. Yes, this is the all-new Kia Seltos. Well, a lot of it has changed. Obviously, you can see it from the outside, from the inside to the features. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this compact SUV. So now let us talk about the platform that this is based on. Now this is based on a brand new platform which is called the K3, and that is why you can see that the car is now much more wider. It has a lot of ground clearance and it is longer as well. Now if you notice the front end over here, now you can see that there is a major change compared to the previous generation of the Seltos, and that is because of this grille. Now you can see over here, this grille is finished in this dark chrome which looks absolutely amazing. You just look at these headlights. I mean, this unit and this unit, so this is your DRL that converts into the indicators. Well, you have indicators over here as well. Let me just quickly unlock the car and just show it over here what I am saying. So as you can see, I locked it. These are the DRLs and the indicators as well. When I unlock it, just see, so you have this pattern that runs down and then this thing glows up and then the entire lighting setup glows up. Completely LED setup. This is an amazing setup. I have not seen a setup like this where you have the high beam and the low beam integrated up and down, and it is a very thin unit. Personally, testing so many cars, this is the thinnest headlight for the high beam and low beam that I have seen so far. And as you can see over here, this is a new color. Well, if you talk about the color options on this car, it has a total of 12 color options, out of which 10 are monotone. This is a monotone option. Then 2 are dual tone, which you have the roof that is finished in black. Talking about black, just look at the amount of piano black finishing that this car gets. Front, side, rear, everything is finished in this piano black. There is no matte black finish like the plastics that you get on the cladding as well. It is just looking fantastic. And seeing the front end design, what do you think? Mention in the comment section, does this take design inspirations from the bigger sibling that is the EV9? Well, that I'll leave it up to you, because we think that definitely this part of the car, especially the headlight and the DRL unit, obviously resembles that, and that is why it looks absolutely phenomenal. Well, you have these fog lights that are integrated right over here. Again, you have a camera, your radar for the ADAS works in sync with that camera right over there, and yeah, it is a pretty nice looking front end. Now let's move to the side profile over here, and if we come to the side profile, you will notice that again you have a lot of gloss black finishing going around. There is no plastic or matte black finish. These are 18-inch alloy wheels. Diamond cut alloy wheels, looks absolutely fantastic. But there's one thing that I would tell you, just have a look at these calipers. Now these calipers are finished in this neon green color and it looks absolutely fantastic, especially with this color option. From factory, we have either seen like blue or red color calipers. For the first time, I'm seeing neon color calipers, and that is at the front and as well as the back. Now, if I come close to the car, now the key is over here in my pocket, and if I go close to the car will open up. So it has a proximity sensor. Here you go. Car is open, and you have these flush door handles that are automatic and they pop out on its own. That's a very good thing. Otherwise, you have to struggle to find where the door handle opens from. Also, if you talk about the ground clearance of this car, now the ground clearance has increased by 10 mm. Before it was 190 mm. Right now, we have 200 mm of ground clearance. So you have much more clearance as of now for bad roads all around. Some bit are plastic, like the matte black plastic like you see over here, the B pillar, and a little bit part over here on the C pillar as well. You also have functional roof rails, a big panoramic sunroof, and you also get a shark fin antenna right over there. Now that is obviously your gas cap, and just look at the size of this door. The door size is also increased because the length of the car has increased. So that's the side profile, and comment below if you liked the side profile of the car as well. So now let's talk about the rear end of this vehicle. As you can see, you have the Seltos badging over here, Kia badging over here, and since this is a GT line, you have the GT line badging over here. Now look at this tail light design. It's obviously a connected tail light. It's got this drop effect over here. You have reflectors over here, and the reverse light is over there. So these two are the reverse lights, and obviously you have gloss black finishing on the lower part of the bumper. as it is all around the car. You also have a wiper that's technically hidden over here, so that is the wiper along with the washer. You have a high stop mount light over here, and if we open the boot, so that is the amount of space you get in the boot. It's a 447 liters of boot space. The boot space has increased obviously because of the size of the car. This is the parcel tray, and you get a 60-40 split as well, and there is a subwoofer right over here. So as you can see, we have 2 bags, 1 cabin bag, but there is a lot of room to keep luggage. Well, if you remove this parcel tray, you will further increase the boot space, and the boot lid is relatively light thanks to the hydraulic struts. So now let us check out the space at the rear. Now obviously a lot has changed on the inside as well, and let's start off with the rear section of this car. Now you can see you get 3 adjustable headrests over here. You get the GT line badging, since this is the GT line variant. The sunroof, the panoramic sunroof goes all the way to the back, so you have a lot of airiness in the cabin, a lot of light in the cabin. You have a center armrest with 2 cup holders, 2 AC vents over here, and just let me quickly sit inside. Well, I think this seat is adjusted according to my height. For reference, my height is 6'1", and you can see I have plenty of knee room. Leg room is very nice. Under thigh support is surprisingly very good. I mean, you can see over here there is no space left, there's no gap left, and you also have a reclining option where this is, I think, the first step, and then you can go back further. Now the headrest can be adjusted, and just look at these seats from behind. These seats are just phenomenal. I mean, we have seen these seats on the EV6 sort of seats like this, the headrest, the net headrest, but it's looking absolutely fantastic on this. What do you say? Comment below if you like the design of the front seat as well, because this, as you can see, it has a split over here, and this also has these 2 Type-C charging sockets that are on either side. You have magazine holder right over here and some storage space. Well, obviously you can fit a bigger bottle than this over here, and also the door pocket has some decent amount of storage space, and for your privacy obviously you have a sunshade as well. Now let's quickly go to the front end and tell you more about that. So now let us check out the front end of the car, and very first thing you will notice that the entire cabin is completely new. You have electronic seats, you have a 10-way adjustable electronic seat where you have lumbar support as well in this. The driver's side seat is obviously, as usual, manually adjustable. Let me start the car up. The start stop button is over here. There you go. That's how the car comes to life. And if we talk about the key of the vehicle, well, you've already seen this key right over here. So nothing has changed as far as the key is concerned. So you get a connected screen over here. Now this screen layout you've already seen on the Syros, where you have a 10.3 inch, 10.3 inch. Now this is a 5-inch touchscreen from where you can control the AC, and for the AC you also have these haptic touch buttons right over here. Some buttons over here to search for your media, setup, search, map and home. You also have a volume rocker that I really personally like. It is nice. You press it, it mutes the thing, it switches off the audio, and I think you get quite a number of charging ports. You have 3 over here at the front, 2 at the back, 1 wireless charger over here, and yeah, I think I don't think you'll need more because there are 5 charging sockets and 1 wireless charger. So for 5 people, obviously you have enough. Again, soft touch materials on the dash, but this part is plastic. This part is soft touch material. It's a single color dashboard where you have the small detailings on either sides. AC vents are very narrow and very nicely placed. You have storage space over here, storage space over here. Then you have a storage space over here as well, and inside you have a 12-volt charging socket as well. Now if we talk about buttons, and the start, stop, auto hold, park button, and your view button, that's for your camera, 360-degree camera as I mentioned. That's your gearbox. It's a 6-speed torque converter the diesel gets. Obviously you have various gearbox options and engine options with the Seltos as well. Auto dimming IRVM, your holder for your sunglass, then you have vanity mirror for the passenger but no vanity mirror for the driver. Also these are controls for your sunroof and the lights over here. Now the lights are all LED, and from the outside and inside everything is LED. There is no halogen whatsoever on the car. Now if we talk about the sound system, obviously this gets a Bose powered sound system and it gets a subwoofer in the boot as well. So it's a pretty nice, I mean, Kia has some amazing sound quality because of the system that we have over here. Steering wheel is new because right now now we see a double D-cut steering wheel. This part of the steering wheel, that is the controls on either sides, are the same, but there used to be the drive and the traction mode button right underneath over here where my thumb is, but now they have shifted it over here. So it is like a 3-spoke steering wheel where you have the drive mode and the traction mode right over here, but the rest of the controls are over here. Steering wheel can be adjusted for tilt and telescopic both. You have paddle shifters as well. Now this side of the stock is for your wiper and this side of the stock is for your headlight unit. Rest couple of buttons over here. You have hill descent, you have traction control, you have electronic park brake, and then you have a headlight adjuster as well. And trust me guys, the headlight is absolutely fantastic as I showed you in the front. Something new, something different that I have seen for the first time. Very, very sleek unit. So I think that sums up the interiors of the car. And yeah, before leaving, let me show you that you have memory options for the seat for the driver, and you also get a ventilated option for the seat over here for the driver as well as the passenger. So I think that sums up the front end. Now let's quickly go and drive the car and tell you how is it to drive. So now we're at the driving seat of the all-new Seltos, and first of all, let me tell you the engine options that this car gets. Now, first of all, it gets a 1.5 litre naturally aspirated engine. It gets a 1.5 litre turbo petrol engine, and it also gets the one that we are driving, which is a 1.5 litre turbo diesel engine. Now, if we talk about the power specifications of it, the NA1 produces around 114 bhp of power and 144 Nm of peak torque. The petrol one produces 160 PS of power and 253 Nm of peak torque. And the diesel, what we are driving today, it gets around 116 bhp and 250 Nm of peak torque. Well, if we talk about gearbox options, there are a lot of options. You have manual, you have IMT, you have IVT, that's technically a CVT, and then you also have a 7-speed DSG. But this one, diesel one particularly, we'll be talking about this. This gets a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed torque converter automatic gearbox that we are driving today. Now, first impressions are the engine is obviously, this is not a new engine and it's not a new gearbox. So refinement is there, the punchiness is there. You also have drive and traction modes, which alters with the steering stiffness and also improves the throttle response. So since this is based on the K3 platform, obviously it is taller, it is wider, and it is slightly heavier than before as well. So obviously the suspension has been tuned. They have worked on the suspension, and I would say that the suspension is slightly on the stiffer side for a car this size. It is not very uncomfortable, but yeah, on the contrary, it handles really well because obviously you have a slightly stiffer suspension, so you get better handling, but at the same time it offers you comfort as well. The seats are really nice, it's got good cushioning to it, and I mean, compare that with the suspension, it is a fantastic driving car. Long trips, short trips, not a problem. And also this double D-cut steering wheel is good to hold. It's slightly weird having a cut on the top as well, but now since you're driving the car, you will get used to it because it is now in trend. Also, let me talk about the safety features. So it gets level 2 ADAS with 21 safety features. Apart from that, you have 6 airbags as standard, you have ABS, traction control, hill hold, EBD, and whatnot. And I'm assuming this will also score a 5-star rating in Bharat NCAP, making this a very, very safe car. Obviously, the Seltos, the previous generation one, was a pretty hit model in the market, but this thing with all the changes, I think it is nice. If you talk about the acceleration, obviously the diesel one gets that punch slightly later when the boost actually builds up. But initially, if you want a much more punchy engine, then you have to go for the turbo petrol variant, which produces 160 bhp of power. Well, that power and torque is pretty decent for a car this size. This diesel engine is torquey, but it lacks slightly on the power. But overall, it's a good experience, I would say. Good car, and obviously the Seltos is a very renowned nameplate in the Indian market. The previous generation one also sold like a lot of numbers, almost like 6 lakh Seltos are there on the road. But after this, I think the game will change because seeing this car, it is a head turner, especially in the different funky color options that you get. So guys, this was the all new Kia Seltos, and I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked the car because trust me, this is a completely new car. I mean, it is definitely a major facelift than the previous one, but this thing looks good, it drives well, and it is feature loaded. Well, if you talk about the color options, once again, you have around 12 color options. You have around 10 variants, maybe 10 or 11 variants, a ton of variants, 3 engine options, multiple gearbox options, and yeah, this is definitely looking fantastic. So if you need to know anything else about the all new Seltos, let us know in the comment section and we will get back to you on that. Until then, I'm Promit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and drive safe.